The book's been called Unbelievable just because I just thought that word really summed up my whole experience, my whole journey to this point, and it's a word that kind of when I've looked back in interviews and listened back to some of the things I've said, that's a word I use and have used a lot over the past few weeks. It has been an unbelievable experience, and to this point I still can't believe it's happened, so I just thought that was a great way to just sum up this journey that I've had so far. The book's going to have lots of different things, so it's really just trying to capture my journey. So it goes through, different competitions that I've done from different levels, from junior, how I got into the sport, different things I've struggled with through my career with injuries. So there's a lot that focuses on 2008 and some of the behind the scene things that I had to deal with at that time. And it also touches on different things that teenage girls go through and the decisions you have to make, and just basically my whole kind of journey, and hoping that there's girls around the country that can kind of relate to certain aspects of it. It feels brilliant to have won the Olympic gold. It is something that I've dreamt about for my my whole career as soon as I entered the sport when I was 9 years old, and it's something that I've worked so hard for. So to actually get to this point where I've achieved my greatest dream, and to have done it on the world stage in London, it was just one of the most amazing experiences of my life. So it's great to have this opportunity to share it with with the rest of the country and put it into words. That moment when I overtook the girls on the bend, I suppose it just came from I had some extra strength in my legs. I always feel that you should leave everything on the track and walk away, absolutely exhausted, knowing that you couldn't do any more. And at that point, I still felt I had a little bit left. And the crowd just, was so loud, it just started erupting as I overtook them. And in my mind, I was thinking back to a previous competition earlier on in the year where the Russian heptathlete Chernova had, although I'd won the competition, she beat me in the 800 metres, and had made comments after saying, at least I can still beat Jessica in the 800. So for me, that moment, that kind of memory was in my mind, and I really wanted to finish those 2 days properly. I wanted to cross the line first, and I wanted to, soak up that whole experience and that victory. And I just overtook them and gave it everything on that last 50 metres, and the crowd just kind of like carried me along that last 100 metres. It was an incredible feeling. And yeah, that's what I kind of had in my mind as I was doing that last part of the heptathlon. Whatever you're trying to achieve in life, whether it is sport or another personal goal, I suppose that I would just love people to read my book and take some inspiration from it, just see how I kind of did it. And I know not everyone's going to become Olympic champion, but we all have goals in life, and if I can just show you kind of how I did it and the different experiences and ups and downs I had, and maybe people can relate to it and kind of use it in a positive way to help them get to their dream.